Every creative goes through that creative block sometimes. Yeah, it's that very poopy feeling every artist gets when they can't come up with anything. You've tried so hard at one point, and now you're just avoiding it.
Yo, dude, I found your guitar next to the trash. Wait, why was it in the trash?
It's really easy to feel bad about creative block and spiral into toxicity, judgment, and criticism. Seeing creatives around you spit out content every single day and feeling like you can't keep up.
Oh, I know, because I've been there, done that, and I've felt that so many times. And to be transparent and completely honest with you guys, I haven't written a song in over a year. Yeah, I'm a songwriter that hasn't been songwriting, so who the heck am I? And I felt immense imposter syndrome and just felt really bad for not songwriting for a while until I found easy ways to ignite that inner artist again. So let's talk about how I got through creative block and how you can too. Let's go, come on.
The first and most important one is acceptance. Accepting that you're in a rut and that it's okay to be where you are. Creative block is so normal and usually doesn't last that long when you're aware of what's happening. I think the only reason why I was stuck and not songwriting for so long was because I wasn't really aware of my creative block. I used to tell myself, oh, I haven't written in a while, I'm terrible for this, I have to write tomorrow. And then the next day, I don't do it at all, nor do I take any steps towards finding inspiration or anything like that. I just repeat the same cycle over and over. When you are aware of where you are, how your mind is reacting to the situation, you can then take action to figure it out. Take a break and give yourself some self-care. When you're in a spiral of this mental toxicity of beating yourself up for not creating, the thing that your mind needs the most is love and rest, giving ourselves the validation and approval we need. We may want to constantly create to keep up with our peers, but it's actually so unnatural to be creating and pumping out ideas all the time. So take a step back from not only your craft, but from your mental judgment as well. Self-care is so important, which brings us to today's sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online service that accesses your needs and matches you with your very own licensed professional therapist. With a simple quiz, you can let them know exactly what you're looking for. They have a huge network of 20,000 therapists that specialize in ranges of things. You can have your thoughtful sessions through call, text, or video from the comfort of your own home. You can be in your bed, your car, or wherever that's most convenient for you. It's also super affordable compared to standard face-to-face therapy, and financial aid is available. If you're interested, you can use my link for 10% off your first month. Talk to a creative friend or do creative things together. I'm usually working on creative projects by myself, and rarely is there any input from another person, so I tend to get in my own head about making things absolutely perfect, and then I end up getting stuck. It's tough and it gets kind of lonely, but I find that whenever I talk to friends that are on the same journey as I am, or do the same sort of things I do, it's motivating, inspiring, and rejuvenating. Whenever I work with others, we always come up with amazing ideas that I wouldn't be able to do alone otherwise. It's just more fun, relaxed, and you get objective criticism from an outsider's point of view. Sometimes you get a little too hard and judgmental on yourself, but friends will always be honest and remind you that you're doing great.
Yeah.
Change it up. Sometimes we enter creative blocks because our brains are asking for some sort of change. It's like doing the same Pilates workout for months straight and reaching a plateau. It's been cranking out the same things and losing its creative juices. So a good way to refresh is to change it up. So picking up the other hobby you have on the side or trying something completely different. You can gather inspiration and ideas from all sorts of places and bring it back home to your main project. Switching your scenery is one of my favorite ways to refresh, whether that be going to the cafe, going outdoors, or hiking even. Giving your mind different things to think about and look at. I think a pivotal moment I had this year that cleared up a lot of creative block was when I hiked up my first mountain. It was just so beautiful and life-changing, and I left the hike with so much inspiration and introspection. Another way to switch it up is to change up your mediums, your instruments, the genre, colors, the elements that you're using. Different elements will trigger different ideas, feelings, and memories. So whenever you're stuck using one thing, just remember to change it up. Get inspiration. The misconception about creativity is that you should just let inspiration naturally come to you. But if that were always the case, then we'd be waiting around forever for it. Not only that, but inspiration comes and goes. It leaves almost immediately if we don't act on it. So we must actively search for it. It's like fuel, right? It's something we always have to fill up on after it's gone. You can get inspiration online, from your peers, reading an amazing book, listening to music in nature, and so on. Whatever it is that you do, consume a lot of it because you're opening your mind up to all the possibilities. But the most sustainable and important way to get inspiration is from yourself, because you can create an endless loop of inspiration for yourself. When you find inspiration from yourself, you're inspired to create more. And when you create more, you inspire yourself, and it goes on and on and on. Keep going, because the last thing you want to do is give up. Creative block can last a really long time, and it may be very frustrating, but that's part of the creative process. That's kind of what you signed up for. So when you struggle to find ideas for your next art piece, paint anything and everything. Keep the momentum going. When you can't write a song, write down all the gibberish and all your thoughts, even if it doesn't make sense. When you can't finish your book, dictate your thoughts. Find prompts, online challenges, and I promise you that by the end of it, you'll have done something you wouldn't have done if it weren't for a creative block. Maybe it brought you out of your comfort zone, maybe you learned something new, what you like and don't like, and all of that experience adds up. So don't give up and keep going. I hope you enjoyed hearing about the methods I use to get out of creative block, and hopefully these are helpful to you too. Anyways, I'll catch you in another video next Saturday. Bye!